this video, we will discuss about minimum number of changes to make binary string beautiful. You are given a zero index binary string S having an even length. A string is beautiful if it is possible to partition it into one or more substrings such that each substring has an even length. Each substring contains only ones or only zeros. You can change any character in S to 0 or 1. Return the minimum number of changes required to make the string S beautiful. So what they are saying is that in the input we are given a binary string which is always of even length, right? Now we need to partition this binary string into one or more substrings of even length, right? So partition that we have to do, the partitioning that we are doing has to be of even length, right? And also each of the substring should contain only zeros or only ones, right? Then what you can do is that you can change or you can flip a bit in this binary string, meaning you can change 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, right? So for partitioning this string into substrings of even length which contain only zeros or only ones, how many bits, how many minimum number of bits you have to flip, that you have to return as your answer, right? So if you see for this test case, what is its length? It is 10, right? So if I just show you, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here the total number of characters are 10. So how can I distribute it? So one of the possible ways is that I create substrings of length 2, or I create substrings of length 4, or I can create substrings of length 6, or I can create substring of length 8, or I can create substring of length 10. 10 is when I take the entire string. For 8, what I can do is that, okay, I can take 8 bits as a substring and then remaining 2 bits as a substring. So for 4, what we can do is first we can take this much substring of length 4, then we can take this much substring of length 4, and then we are left with 2 characters, so we can take this substring. So it will be 4, 4, 2, right? Another case is that I take these 2 characters as a substring, then I take these 4 characters as a substring, and I take these 4 characters as a substring. So there it will be 2, 4, 4. Right. Another possible case is that I take these 4 characters as a substring, then I take these 2 characters, and then I take these 4 characters. So here you would be doing 4 to 4. So basically for 4 we are having 3 different ways for partitioning this string. And let's suppose you are partitioning it into 4, 4, 2, meaning this much, and this much. Then what you will have to do is that when you are considering this much string, then you will have to identify in it that how many minimum number of changes is required. So your string is 1001. So what you will see here, you will see that should I change all the zeros to 1 or should I change all the ones to 0, right? And you will change the one through which you are getting minimum number of changes, right? So in this particular string, you will see that, okay, for 1 also I will have to change 2 only, and for 0 also I will have to change 2 only. So you can change any of them, right? Then if let's suppose you would have considered this string 1101, 1101, then in that case you would have checked that, okay, there are 3 occurrences of 1 and there is only 1 occurrence of 0. So I will change this 0 to 1 so that I get minimum number of changes, right? So with this, there are a lot of possibilities that can happen. You would be checking out all the possibilities and then you will check how many changes are required in all those different possibilities, and then you will find out that what is the minimum change that you are getting in all of them. So that is a very lengthy and hectic process. We should come up with such an approach that is not so hectic and complex. So see, we are getting some hints from the question. It is given to us that this string is always of even length, and the partitioning that we have to do should also be of even length, right? All the substrings in which we are partitioning this string should always be of even length, right? So what if I always partition this string into substrings of length 2? If I do so, then what will happen? There will be less conflicts in bits, right? Because when I was considering a 4 length substring, there I had to check that what is the occurrence of 1 and what is the occurrence of 0. With that, I was identifying that, okay, should I change 0, should I change 1? But if you are always having a substring of length 2, it will minimize your number of changes, right? Because in a 2 length substring, there are only 4 possibilities: 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. right? In these two, the bits are already same. Here we do not have to change anything. And in these two cases, always you will have to change one bit only, right? So you can simply, whenever these two are not equal, you can simply say that I need to make only one change, right? So it will simplify the process of identifying the minimum number of changes required, because the conflicts in the bits will be lesser. That's why we will consider partitioning this string into substrings of length 2, because that is the smallest even length that we can achieve, right? So what we will do is that we will partition our string into substrings of length 2, and then we will compare the pairs together. So here if you will see that 1 and 0, these are not same, then that means one change is required. Then if we see here 0 and 1, again here one change is required. Here these are already same, here these are already same, and here one change is required. So one more change. So total 3 changes we had to do. Now what if we had partitioned it into our 4 4 2 substrings? So in that case, what would happen is that here in this you would have said that okay, 2 changes are required. Then in this again you would say 2 changes are required, and then here also you would say 1 change is required. But see, this gave you 5 changes, which is not the optimal answer, which is not the minimum answer, right? That's why we are splitting it into substrings of length 2, so that we can get the minimum number of changes required in lesser time. Okay, so let's code it out now. So first of all, we'll create a variable count for counting the minimum number of changes that are required. Then we will start iterating inside our string. So we will start from the index 0 and we will go till s dot length. And see, since we need to compare adjacent elements together, right? 0th index with the first index, second index with the third index, right? So at every point in I, we will increment it by 2. And inside this, we will check that if s of I is not equals to s of I plus 1, then in that case, you do count plus plus, right? Because in the question we were given that the length of the string s is always going to be even, right? That's why we can always do plus 2 here and then check the current element and the next element, right? And at the end, you can simply return your count, right? So let's run this now. So our test cases are accepted. Let's submit this. So it got accepted. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe our channel.